It's crucial that you understand that the grip demands a certain swing path and therefore also a certain contact point. So when you're making technical changes, you've got to be aware how the grip influences the contact point in the swing path. Let me explain. If you're, for instance, a little bit of an older vintage and you were taught to hit your forehand in a continental grip, not that we do this anymore, but I was taught in a continental grip, believe it or not. So you have your continental grip to now hit an extreme topspin, and I've got my Topspin Pro here to demonstrate. That's really awkward. It's not what I would normally do. So what I would normally do and what the cues were back then was to hit the ball next to your hip and about hip high. Hitting a ball up here was really, really uncomfortable. And the game has gotten faster, the game has gotten more aggressive with topspin because the rackets facilitate that. The strings allow us to swing steeper and actually still control the ball. The ball still goes in. The racket weights have gone down and therefore grips have evolved a little bit. So we're now teaching a Eastern grip or a semi-Western grip. Both are acceptable. I do not teach, obviously, a continental grip on forehand or a heavy Western. I don't want those grips at all. What I do want is Eastern and semi-Western, and what you're now seeing is this is much easier to get under the ball and brush up. So my swing path has changed from more linear to more angular, meaning I have a little bit more rotation here, whether I'm using my closed stance or not. I can do the same thing here. An open stance with a continental grip still looks more flat. I'm not getting as much topspin on the ball. If I have my Eastern forehand grip or my semi-Western, I can produce more topspin. The swing shape also looks different, meaning that I have a more extended arm into the side of my body. If I have an Eastern grip or semi-Western, you will most likely see swing shapes with more bend arms. You can still hit it with an extended arm, but you're seeing more and more bend arms, the more aggressive you get on your grips. So if I have a full Western grip, I can't hit that with a straight arm. I can now hit it when I'm up here. And that is one of the reasons why that developed, because the bounces have gotten higher, and especially when we have kids who learn with the wrong balls and they constantly have to make contact up here, they're moseying over into their full Western, which is not what I want. So again, this will be a more bend arm, and my contact point for these three different grips also looks different. This is still comfortable. This is my continental grip. Again, I'm not teaching that, but you still have people that have a continental grip. Now I have my Eastern or semi-Western, and you see how I'm immediately adjusting my spacing here. I can now hit that ball further in front, and if I have a full Western, I can hit it even further in front. So again, if you're making technical changes or you're being asked to make technical changes, you have to understand that your grip is where it all starts. So for instance, for me to tell you to hit the ball further in front, but you have a continental grip, is just going to lead to frustration most likely. So again, you want to understand how the grip dictates the swing path, your swing shape, and therefore also your contact point.